Oh god. It's been a while. I thought an update video was long overdue. It's been a year, almost a year, since I last recorded, so this feels pretty crazy to be back into it again. I had a lot of comments and a lot of people asking me on various social medias, which I always link in my descriptions, by the way, in case you want to check those out. Where have you been? Are you dead? Are you okay? Did something happen? A lot of things happened this past year, and I normally go MIA this time of year anyway because of school and exams. But this year, things weren't as great for me. And the reason this video is so long is not because I'm going to be talking about it necessarily, it's because I wanted to add something to lighten the mood of this video after this update. So after this I have some Mario Kart 7 online races that I recorded yesterday and post-commentated, so you can check those out, because I just wanted to record something a bit lighter than Dragon Quest 7. That's not going anywhere, by the way. I'll come back to it, but later. Anyway, back to where I've been. I last recorded properly in summer, and since then I went through a very rough breakup, which I'm completely over. I was over that after a few months. But then in March, I got pretty sick, and then I've had pretty bad anxiety. I was diagnosed with anxiety in March, and I've been struggling with it ever since. Not on a mental level so much, but it's really affected me on a physical level. So I felt super weak, I felt super nauseous a lot, and I've had to do my exams and all sorts of other stuff with that at the back of my mind. So I haven't really been able to live life like a normal person for the last 3 months. But that's why I haven't recorded at all, because I just haven't physically felt up to it. And now that it's summer and I've been done for a week now with exams, and I'm kind of trying to fix myself slowly. I do want to get back into YouTube because I'm not sad, I'm just a bit of a mess. So I hope you guys understand if I'm still a bit slow in videos, it's because I'm still recovering. But I did want to come back and let you guys know that I am alive, I'm still very much here. And I will be bringing you guys more content. Let me know what you think of the Mario Kart stuff, because I want to bring more of that to my channel, because I've been playing that a ton recently. Dragon Quest 7 will resume at some point. And I also want to do more Zelda stuff. So basically a 3DS fiasco on my channel is going to happen. And yeah, I've had other future ideas, but I'm going to leave it at those three for now and just update you guys where I've been. Enough of that though. I don't want anyone to worry about me, and maybe one day I'll talk about my mental health stuff in more detail once it's blown over, I guess. And if anyone has any questions, then leave them in the comments. I'll go through them, I'll answer them. I won't ignore them like I have been recently. I think that's it. So, for now, thank you all so much for watching, and let's transition into something a bit more fun. Getting on to the races. This first one is Calamari Desert, and as you can see I'm playing as Shy Guy with the Soda Jet, roller wheels, and what am I playing as? Peach Parasol. So that's my kart combination. I tend to run featherweights with handling and acceleration. I'm not a huge fan of the speed stat. I don't think you need it if you have really good drift stat. Like, that to me is more important. And this is my first race playing online with my 2DS capture card, and I was getting a bit used to gyro controls. The position is slightly different, I feel like, so I failed a little bit and ended up driving off into the dirt because I just pressed in the wrong direction. But luckily this is Calamari Desert, and if you get a mushroom or any sort of speed stat or anything that lets you go into the sand, you can make a ton of shortcuts. And this Mario has 3 green shells. He has it out for me, and I went a bit wide to try and avoid that third one, but unfortunately I did get hit. So I'm currently in 3rd place. 1st place is way off in the distance, as is 2nd, and Brazilian just overtook me, so I'm now in 4th. So the top 3 in the pack are actually quite far ahead now, and I would probably need a mushroom or something to catch up to them, at least. 4th and 5th are quite close together. Like 5th place is right next to me, and 6th place is quite far behind. I end up failing again and driving into that banana, toss away my green shells in anger, and I have a mushroom, so that nearby glider is the cut that I can take. So I fly over the train tracks and end up getting a golden mushroom. So I can just cut off this entire bit here. Stars are pretty good on this track as well, because you can do the same thing. I go past Mario. I'm not quite fast enough to catch up to Rosalina, and Mario's on my tail, but I do manage to get 3rd place. But you know, first race, it's a warm-up race. So I was pretty happy about that. And I don't know if I'm going to show my bottom screen because that would require more editing and I'm lazy right now. But my VR on Mario Kart 7 is super low. Like, I only hit 5k VR in this video. And given that the cap on VR is 99,999, that's a pretty big cap. And I only have 5k. So you start with 1k and you gain... I gain around 20 VR for a win. And if I lose... And by lose I mean come last. That's the only situation where I lose VR. So I think... I do lose one race in this video, which you'll see shortly. But I only lost 3 VR that race. So it's a lot easier to gain VR than it is to lose it. And the second track, Snes Rainbow Road, is actually... It's one of my nemesis tracks, if you can call it that. Because I'm playing as a featherweight. And the worst thing about playing as a featherweight is that you can get knocked around so easily, and you'll see it happen at least a few times. So we'll start off the track. It's fairly calm. I hit someone with a red shell, but anything can knock you off the track, whether it's the racers, the womps, items. I mean, there I just straight failed. I just drove off the track because I misjudged it entirely. But I failed again because upon getting the starter boost, I drove right into a bomb, which, to be fair, I couldn't have avoided with that starter boost. I just saw it and I got hit. But I am now in 5th place, and it's quite difficult to catch up on this track because of how fast everything moves. If you get hit by something, you can easily be put to the back, but somehow I managed to catch up with this golden shroom, and I'm now in 2nd place. 1st place is way ahead of me. Like, I can see them on... Well, actually no, I can't see them on the map. I don't know what I was thinking. If you play this track flawlessly, as in if you don't get hit by any items and you don't get hit by other races, then you will get 1st place because this track is so chaotic. I almost fell off at that corner again. But there are 2 red shells coming up to me. I have 1 banana, which blocks one of them, and I whip out my Tanika tail last minute to block the other. And 1st place was really far ahead, but 3rd place was also really far behind me. There was no one else near me on the map when I crossed the finish line. So everyone was quite spread out. Now, this is one of those tracks where people are all over the map, and you can actually lap people, even if they're not trolling, just because of how this track is and how people fall off and fail all the time. So 2nd place, I'll take it, especially since I'm not a fan of this track, but for some reason it gets picked all the time online. And I think that's got something to do with the fact that it's such a short track, so it might be good for VR grinding. If you're into that, which, to be fair, I might do at some point. In fact, when I recorded this video, which is a few hours ago, I had 5k VR. I just hit 5k VR after that track. And afterwards, I just sat for like an hour and a half and gained 300 VR. I just sat there and spammed races for a bit. So that was quite fun. Anyway, 3rd race is going to be Mushroom Gorge. I loved this track on Mario Kart Wii, and I still really like it on Mario Kart 7 as well. I think it's a really fun track. And I did actually pick it, so I was like, yeah, I was hyped for this course. But this course is full of it's full of fail moments and great moments at the same time. And it's the reason that I didn't want to scrap this footage, because I thought it was just hilarious. At the time, these sorts of races happen to me all the time. Like at that moment where I was going over the ramp and I got hit by, I think it was a green shell. Not entirely sure. I think it was a green shell though. And I missed the starter boost, so already lap 1 out of 3 and I'm at the very back of the pack and everyone else is way ahead of me. So luckily Luigi falls off, so I'm pretty close to him and I get a golden shroom so I can overtake him and I can take this grass cut right here. I'm still quite far behind. Luckily the shroom gives me a fair bit of distance and I managed to overtake Wario, and Mario is pretty close to me. So I've got another mushroom, and this bit is all a bit chaotic. So I shroom over, I jump over. Now Wario has a blue shell, which is why I think everyone was clustered there. So I overtake everyone, and Wario was just holding on to that blue shell. Now I had 3 shrooms. I used up 2 of them straight away, and then I realized, oh my goodness, he has a blue shell and I'm in first. If he tosses that out, I can avoid it. Which is what I do right there, and I felt like such a boss when I avoided that blue shell. Avoiding blue shells, especially in Mario Kart 7, if you just time it correctly, which isn't that difficult, it's not too hard to avoid it, but there's no better feeling than avoiding a blue shell with a mushroom. However, it all comes crashing down when the target shock happens, and I miss the start boost again. Which, deja vu puts me right at the back of the pack again, and unfortunately I don't get mushrooms, I get stars. Which, they're nice if you're not too far behind, but if you're far behind and you're trying to catch up, then stars are not really useful, unless there are massive cuts anywhere, and there aren't any massive cuts, and also everyone ahead of me had mushrooms. So, I ended up placing last after all that. You know, it happens so it happens. I wasn't too sad about it. In fact, I thought it was kind of funny that I fell off twice because of items. But you know, that is Mario Kart in a nutshell. Mario Kart Wii was massive on the blue shells. Mario Kart 7 not so much. As in, you don't get blue shells every 5 seconds like you do in Mario Kart Wii. That's something that I remember. And I love Mario Kart Wii. Like, it's one of my favourite games of all time. And I miss playing it, but unfortunately I'm a university student and I couldn't bring my Wii out with me this year, so I just had my 3DS. And I've been spamming Mario Kart 7 recently because why not? So anyway, we're on our final track for this video, and it ended up being GBA Bowser Castle 1. I love all the Bowser Castles from the GBA. They're just easy in my opinion. They're just straightaways, and as I've already mentioned Mario Kart Wii, but there's one of the Bowser Castles where you can do all sorts of insane shortcuts. Mario Kart 7 isn't that kind of game, you can't do crazy ass shortcuts. But it's still super fun. Like, I love this game. And I especially love playing as featherweights or as characters with great drift stats. Anyway, back to the race. I'm not sure if I avoided that bomb because I pulled my start at the right time, or if I was just outside the radius, but either way, I was pretty astounded that I just managed to avoid that. And following the initial start race Fiesta, I am in 2nd place. First place has a fairly decent lead, but 3rd place is quite far behind me, so I'm not too worried about being overtaken. I get a bomb, I for some reason check it out there, and I get hit by a red shell. But no one overtakes me, and 1st place ends up getting blue shelled. Then I managed to overtake him, so I end up in 1st place with a huge lead actually. Like, I can't see anyone else ahead of me on the map, and it's looking like a pretty clean lap 3. So again, 2nd place is really far behind. I can barely see 2nd place on the mini map on the bottom screen, and there are no items around. I have 10 coins, it's all looking pretty good. And I like races just like this, where no one's around me and I can just drive straight. If you get a lead like this on lap 1 and you don't get spammed with blue shells, it's an easy win. And that's what I love about it. So that was a pretty nice 3rd lap and a pretty nice race to end on. And I got 1st place. So, yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope my update was satisfactory. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. And who knows, I might bring you more Mario Kart in the future. Thank you all so much for watching, and have a great day.